Alright guys, Blue here doing a real quick product review. This is going to be on the Cold Steel Bowie machete. It's right here in front of us. Basically, I won a whole bunch of gear from Paper Tiger on his awesome giveaway. So I said I was going to do a bunch of reviews on the gear that came in that bag. This is number one, so we're going to start off with the fun, sharp stuff first. Everybody knows Cold Steel. You know, you got to love Cold Steel. It's affordable and it's good quality products. With the Bowie machete here, just some real quick stats on that. The steel for the blade is the 1055 carbon. It's got the black baked on anti-rust matte finish you see there, which you can see some on the actual polished portion of the edge, but that's not a huge deal. The overall length on the entire blade is 17 5/8 inches. Or, I'm sorry, that's the overall for the whole entire knife. The weight on it is 14.3 ounces, and the handle here it is 5 5/8 inches long, and it's polypropylene material here. It's just hard rubber basically. And the sheath, of course, that's the one thing I guess that Cold Steel really isn't known for or great for, but it gets the job done. It's your standard black Corex or nylon type sheath, and of course they only have the little button snap for it, but it works, and for what you're going to be using it for, I think it's going to work out great. So basically all I'm going to do is we're going to shut the camera off and we're going to head out. I got some small saplings out in the side yard here, and we're going to take a couple whacks with that. We're going to do some batoning, splitting of some wood. That's about it. But actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the camera real quick, grab a piece of paper, and see if we can do a real quick cut test. That is straight out of the package, so it hasn't been used as of yet. Alright, got my piece of paper, standard tablet paper. So we're going to see what this is like right out of the package here. Well, actually that's pretty damn good. It's hard to get it started, but once it starts, it's so yeah, it's definitely sharp coming out of the package, but there again, it's not a pocket knife. It's not made for to be super duper sharp like that, but it is nice to know that it is able to have an edge on it like that. So for finer skinning of game, something of that nature, you could use that for that. All right, now we're going to head out to the brush pile and we're going to do some whacking. All right, so we are back with the Cold Steel. This is the Bowie machete, the 12-inch blade. That little sapling, tiny tree, I don't know, it might be an inch to an inch and a half in diameter. I'm not real sure how it's going to turn out on camera, but we're going to give her a couple whacks and see what happens. That's pretty good penetration. That's at least a ½ inch. And that's it. I was barely really swinging that, and as you guys can see, that came down relatively quickly. I'm not sure if this is in frame or not, but there it is again. Not the whole way through, but it's close enough. So yeah, that's definitely a nice blade for chopping down some smaller type brush and trees. So next up is we're gonna do some batoning with it. We're gonna split some firewood down a little bit narrower. I just did a little bit of batoning with the Sax, the 18-inch blade, and I learned a lesson that you're not chopping logs in half. You got to kind of take it, you got to downgrade it a lot. So this should go a little better, this test. So what we're going to do is, instead of trying to chop it into it, we're just going to do it right here. Of course, I want to get it where I'm going to hit the thickest part of the spine of the blade. Alright, we're just going to go right in that area. Let's see if this works out any better for us. Oh yeah. So, as you can tell, you can get your wood cut down, baton it a little bit. And it's a learning lesson for me. I'm not Mr. Super Outdoors guy. So yeah, once I figured out that you're not chopping the log in half like you would with an axe, it's much easier to, just get it smaller, just a little bit at a time. Alright, that's it, guys. There's going to be a ton more reviews coming up. Like I said in the last video, don't beat me up too much for not torture testing this gear. This is the only Cold Steel, Bowie knife that I have. The other one was the only Cold Steel machete that I have. And, I can't afford to be out there, trying my damnedest to break it and hope that it doesn't, because this stuff has to last me. So, alright guys, there will be more coming down the pipe. Thanks for watching. Later.